Telling you. Hi, Mr. Buttermaker. Telling you. Buttermaker, hi, Greasy. Here, you guys' names again. I'm telling you. Hi, O3. Seems like this is going to be the only time that I'm going to be able to do this. Oh, to answer your question, Greasy. Well, I mean, I really don't play them that much, but I still play with my. I once in a while play with the Atari. I mean, I gotta clean the lens here. That's better. It's just like the Atari. I play the Atari. I actually still play them a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna fix this computer. Ooh, excuse me. Hi, O3 again. Hi, Jaguar. My job is busy right now. At least for now, it is. Yeah, my job is busy. They want us to work 60 hours. Still, supposedly, we don't have to. I mean, but they kind of want to say they want to make us say that it's. So, anyways, no, I haven't sold the car, and I'm not in a hurry, really. I'm not in a hurry to sell the car, the Edge. I'm not in a hurry. Hi, uh, Geraldo Oros. Hi, Vincent Lee. Yeah, that. I wish it was I. I wish I was working for the city. Good news for my job. Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Although I have to sacrifice my nights, and I have to sacrifice my nights through these holiday months. So unfortunately, I have to work sacrificing my nights this month, which is sad. But but on Saturday, Sunday I'll always have off, and Saturday I could take a Saturday off if I want to. So hi Jet Knight, telling ya, hi Jet Knight, hi King Nacho, Jaguar. My car, the edge is already smogged. I smogged it a couple months ago. Yeah, well, it's already been smogged. Yeah. Yeah, well, apparently, yeah, it was supposed to be that we're required to smog the car. The seller is supposed to require we're supposed to smog the car before they sell it to us, but but they never enforce that. Max Millie, hi. Why I went to Las Palmas. Yeah, I went to that middle school. Yeah, 03. Why? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not in a hurry to selling the car because maybe I want to. Maybe I want to wait till I have it for 2 years and then sell it. Spooky Morales, hi. Telling you, Jet Knight. Do you do online shopping for Christmas? Well, yeah, I think for the most part, we're doing online shopping for the most part. It's easier. It's a lot easier that way. Hi, yeah. Telling you, all of my memories on VHS. Well, I made videos on VHS and high 8 millimeter videotape. Hi, Timothy Wood. I have my chip. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Um, well, to answer your question, Jaguar. Well, yeah, I mean, like the smog check. I mean, the smog certificate is good for 90 days. I smogged the edge about 2 months ago, so I still have about a month left on, and it's still good for until the end of this month, basically. Well, it's actually more like the 21st. Hi, James C. Hi, the Curious Loon. Yeah, 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 yeah. Do I miss the night? I would say, yeah. I mean, in its ways, I do. Telling you, well, thank you very much for your comment. Curious Loon. Jet Knight. The one. Yeah, well, the malls, I think they're still busy right now. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if they are these days. I haven't even had a chance to go to the mall during the night. I know my family, the rest of my family goes to the mall once in a while just for fun, but they tell me that it's not busy. I think everybody does everything online these days. King Nacho. Well, I haven't seen this Time Lord lately. I mean, he doesn't really. I don't see him, or I don't hear from him that much. Well, I can't even remember the last time I saw him or heard from him on the lives or videos or like comments in the video or something. Hi, Super Nami. Uh-huh. I'm telling, yeah, Jet Night, yeah. Well, I didn't know that the malls always seem to be really well. I think every store. But I think it's more like in the '90s. I think in probably the '80s as well, where the malls were always really busy during like Christmas month. You know. Telling you. Hi, Raw Dog. Well, I met my wife through my coworker, like this. So it's 21 years ago. Real Mills. Hi. Did you say Joe Diaz was violent? No, he was not. Joe, my stepdad, no, he was not in any way violent, but he was just kind of like a imbecile. You know, I would probably describe it quickly because he, because he was like he was two people. Like because when he drank, he was one person, and when he wasn't drinking, his drinking like took over his life apparently. Hi, Keeberk. Tell us about Christmas of 1989 through 1991. 1989. Well, I remember I had my scooter at the time, my Honda Elite 80. I mean, I was just so in love with my scooter in my days. 1989, if I remember, I spent Christmas with my dad. I remember that. Well, I think it was just my dad only. I mean, it was just my dad and his family only. And we went over to my dad's. And then 1990, I think we spent it at home at the condominium. 91. Oh, 91 was a fun year for Christmas because that's when my mom bought the house in Fontana, the two-story house. And then my mom, like, we had a big gathering that year. I have everything up on YouTube. All of these videos up on YouTube. Telling you. So Joe D, hi Joe D. I'm doing fine. I mean, Keywork. I'm telling you. James C, looking at your nostalgia videos makes me miss the good old days so bad. I'm 51. Yeah, you're 3 years younger than I am. I'm 54. About the age, and the age as you and the things were. Yeah, I mean it's like it was because people paid more attention to each other rather than their phones and all the technology that we have today. I mean, it's just out of control in today's times. It's a bit out of control. Although certain parts of today's technology is convenient, like online shopping for Christmas, that's nice. And being able to find just about any record that you want to buy, like any vintage vinyl, and where you get like you could find just about any vintage vinyl on eBay, or if you want to know any specific how to fix a specific problem on your car, the internet is great for that. Today's technology is great with that. But what's bad about it is that people are too overly hooked up to their phones. And then we remember if we had well, I have a video of backyard parties. I do have one. Look under 1990, Gilbert Arsenega. I think it was I think it's September 1990. I think I have a video titled Backyard Party 1990 or something. King Nacho, Moshido Shin, Keybert, Ed Ubinas. No, that's not a real tree. This is an artificial. We had this tree for like 3 years now. Hi Giovanni. How do I feel about 2020 nearing being halfway? Well, I mean, the closer it gets to 2030, the more scarier I think it could be because the technology is going to just get worse in terms of how it's taking over everybody. Excuse me. Raw dog, what do I think of Elon Musk's Neuralink? Well, I'm not really familiarized with that, so I wouldn't really know exactly what I would to comment about it. Edward Kim, hi. I'm telling you, very good. Jet Night again. Saw one of the 80s video, yeah, memories of the 70s. Yeah, I know. I don't even know what to do. I don't even want to bother. I mean, with trying to do anything about it. I mean, hi, Eric. Eric, man. Peterson, hi. Hi. Telling you. Oh, you'll be in LA the week between Christmas and very good. That's good, man. In LA, huh? Todd Bob. Hi, Todd Bob. Yeah, well, thank you very much for your comment, Eric. Yeah, the tree. I mean, we have two of them actually. You want to see the other one? Check out the other one that we have. Yeah, two of them. It's too bright. We have two trees. Look at that. We have two living rooms. Telling ya. So yeah, Spooky Morales, best decades, 80s and 90s. Very good. Telling you. Yeah, well, thank you very much for the comment on Dino Bravo. Nice Christmas trees, and you have a beautiful home. Well, thank you very much for your comment. Yeah, I'm happy here. I mean, yeah, I mean, We've been here 3 years now, a little bit more than that. James C. Hi. Man, nothing beats a trip to Music Plus. I remember those days, Music Plus. And remember Tower Records? Yeah, I remember that. Telling you, back in the day, you get your record and tape, and later, well, I did that. I mean, Santa Claus. I'm gonna go back in the in the first room. Here's the other room. Telling you. So anyway, excuse me. Santa Club, Chicago. What do I think that is coming in 2050? Shit, that's about what? I mean, like 30 years ago was 1994. So 2050 is what, like 25 years from now? I can imagine what things will be like in 2050. I probably wouldn't want to know. Probably artificial technology will probably take over McDonald's or something. And probably in 2050, you're not going to see any McDonald's workers. It's going to be all by. I'm telling you. Well, 25 years from now, I'll be 70. I mean, let me see, 25 years from now, um, I'll be 80 then. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to 2050. Well, I'm just gonna enjoy my times while I'm here. Here's Eric Peterson. Yeah. Oh wow. I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, Eric Peterson. Yeah, you're like around my age. I mean, telling you, very good. Oh yeah, you're gonna be 58, huh? I'm 54, and I would be 55 on December. No, on how we call it? Excuse me, again. Jet night. Yeah, but an artificial it rotates and it has. Oh yeah, I mean, well yeah, those artificial trees that do that. Ghetto finger. I haven't heard from you in a while. Ghetto finger gaming. James C. I knew a dude named Eric Peterson. Oh, yeah, did you? Well, I know Eric Peterson lives in Woodland Hills somewhere. Well, I know where the Woodland. Well, I went to Woodland Hills the other day. Oh wow, man! Oh, you just saw that part when I moved the camera into the both of the living rooms. How funny! Ghetto finger. What's good, Keely? Well, my job, I suppose. Excuse me. My job, I guess. Well, yeah, thank you very much, Eric Peterson. Yeah, the house is. I mean, I like it here. I mean, we're happy here. Very happy here. Giovanni, welcome aboard. Yeah, yeah, Ghetto Finger Gaming. Very good. I'm telling you. And NT Monkey, I'll just say. Let me see. Let's say something in Spanish. Well, I can't really think of something to say. Mi no hablen español. La más poquito español. La más. Estás frío in here. Well, it's not no estás frío aquí, but por frío afuera. That's what I know. Some. Excuse me. Eric Peterson. Tower Work Records was always on. Oh yeah, I remember those. I remember Music Plus, Tower Records. I mean, I remember that yeah, Tower Records, and then there was like a few. I remember we used to go there. We didn't really buy a lot of records because they're pretty expensive for us, kids. Once in a while we would buy one. Hi, on DJ Lou. I'm doing good. Raw. How are you gonna have a Christmas family gathering? That I cannot say that it's gonna happen. I mean, unfortunately, I really don't know. Santa Club Chicago. I like McDonald's. James C. The future sucks. Yeah, you know what? I feel like. Oh, excuse me. I feel like things will get ugly in some ways. With how technology is and how the politics and all whatever that is. I mean, excuse me. Arnold, hi Arnold, 19. Excuse me again. Doing that, I'm doing the coughing, the throat clearing again, and like right when I go live, Yeah, King Nacho says I like to say Jet Night because I mean yeah because he's been around for a while. I mean hi Hugh, what do you think about Epstein? Well, I'm not really familiarized with that. Telling you, Hugh. Does let's see. Hello, hi, Jarhead. Hi, King Nacho. I think Taco Bell will be first to go full AI. I think like in the coming years, I think AI is gonna take over half of the jobs. Excuse me, clearing throats again, man. But you know what? You know what? In my job right now, AI is doing half of the job right now. I mean, yeah, I mean, NTS monkey you made my deal muy bien. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because I can't speak some Spanish. Hugh said, I wish you could just stay home. Yeah, I wish I could do that too. I mean, I wish I could do that a bit more often. Miguel, Miguel Hagel. Well, thank you very much for your comment, videos. Oh, excuse me. STB World Tower Records is still open in Japan, huh? Really? Hugh Music Land. Oh, that Music Land is one of those places I remember. Yes. Hi, SoCal. Eric Peterson. I didn't buy many records either, but looking at them was cool. Yeah, it was. Because in my days, we would buy them only once in a while. But I think the peak of where we used to get them, Columbia House, the music, the mail. That's where we got most of that's where we collected all of our records. Okay, Eric Peterson. Yes, in Shibuya, there's a huge Tower Records. Very good. DJ Lou, it might be post. Yeah, that's what I have. Post nasal drip, and then I had yeah. I mean, that's what my doctor did tell. I had I think acid reflux. That's what I have, and that's what my doctor told me that I have. James C. Do you realize you're well ahead of the time? Well, yeah. I mean, well, I did not think of YouTube back then, but it was all about catching memories for personal use originally. Well, I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna have any special gathering to do this year. I mean, apparently. So let me see. Hugh says Princess Leela was my favorite. Hammond. Well, thank you very much, Raul, for your comment. Many years, many more years for you to witness AI. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would wonder how things will look, say, even 10 years from now. Remember the tacos at 39 cents? Oh, yeah, big time, man. Jeff Thompson, do you think there will ever be a hey? I wouldn't be surprised if that AI spouse. Oh yeah, I mean, Have you guys seen that? And like in Japan or is it China or something? Yeah, have you seen those? videos of where someone actually made a very lifelike a very like a totally close like to a person like robot, like specifically a lady. I mean, I seen that like where they where there's robots that look straight out like a girl, like a lady, like a hottie at that. I mean, a hottie lady. Yeah, I seen that. You seen those? I tell you, man, it looked everything like a real person. I can imagine. Like people are gonna marry one day. I mean, that can happen. I mean, if they're that close to being lifelike, yeah. I mean, I can imagine. But I can imagine what one day that they would program some of those robots to do, including some unscrupulous things that they might do. Arnold 19 says it seems to be becoming a thing now where people are collecting old CDs again. I think it's more like vinyls. People are doing records these days. Keybert, what was for dinner? I had I'm having these too. Frosty Seconds. Hi. Well, thank you very much for your comment. Looking good as always. Well, thank you very much for your comment. Very good. Nathan Lopez. Have I purchased any more vintage 80s? Well, I once in a while I do. I mean, also, what do you think that the old Let me see, Marvin. Well, yeah, I would imagine. Well, I'm not gonna be buying any at the moment, but I'm sure in the coming years, I like to buy them here and there. I mean, or especially if I find them in thrift stores for like $10, I would pick it up. What do I think about old stereo systems from the '80s and the early '90s and boombox? I mean, I love them, man. They're fun to play with. I found a thrift store find of a stereo system, Fisher system. I tell you, I love it, man. It's the coolest find I ever made. I tell you. Electro cyberpunk high. Telling you. Eric Peterson, me too. The mall records were the plan. That's where I got. Oh, Are you talking about the Columbia House the record? Like we used to do the mail. I used to do the mail. Like we did this mail service, like where we got like 15 records or cassettes for the price of one, and we had to buy like say five of them in the next 2 years. We had to buy five, required to buy five. Remember, like we did a lot of those. We did that. And that's where I collected a lot of my records, or some of them anyway. Kay Adams, hi. Telling you, Giovanni, are you planning on going back to the Philippines? Well, I mean, that's imaginable. If everything looks financially good for us, and maybe I would, I mean, eventually, sooner or later. Ghetto Finger Gaming 2025 is fast approaching. Oh yeah, big time, man. It's like, oh man, I gotta get my plug because my computer is running out of batteries. Hang on. Tell me. Okay, I got I got my outlet now. I'm telling you. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Arnold Teen says it's funny how Jenny Lynn didn't want to be recorded. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess Todd Bob. I wish I was off tomorrow, but I have to work from 2 o'clock p.m. until 12 midnight, so I have to be cut short of my days. Telling you. So Arnold 19. I don't think robots are cheap to buy right now. Not especially a robot that you would use as a wife. That's funny, man. Jeff Thompson. Hi, Jeff Thompson. Back in the 80s, they had the movie Weird Science. Well, that I know that show. Oh yeah, they had a artificial intelligence lady. It's kind of funny with the way things. Well, yeah, it's probably almost resembling. Have you guys seen the movie I, Robot? Yeah, you know that looks like what the future looks like too. That movie looks like what the future holds. You know, like what in the next 5 years will look like. Yeah, that movie I, Robot. Will Smith. Well, that was an interesting movie. I just watched it the other day. DJ Lou. I usually do a nasal sinus rinse when I get post drink hot tea. Yeah, I should try something like that. Yeah, Eric Peterson, the Mall Records. You get free ones on. Well, I never really tried to buy a record. Well, you know, the peak of the times when we used to buy records at malls or Music Plus was during 1984, specifically 1984, like the break dancing years. That's where we bought them. Well, 1983 and 84. It's like the peak of times that I bought a bunch of records in. That was like the peak. Yeah, like especially the breakdancing days. Like I can specifically remember buying Beach Street and the Break In albums and the movie, and then Beach Street records. I remember buying those specifically out of Kmart one time. I bought a Beach Street record from Kmart. Hi, Paulus A. Hi. Tiggle. Hi. K Adams, drink water. I'm telling you, well, yeah. I know. I drink water. Then once in a while I drink soda. Probably drink a soda probably once a day. Water. I drink water too. I just feel like a soda though. I was really craving a soda right now. I'm telling you. Orange County. Hi. We do a family reunion for. Well, we don't. Apparently, we don't really do that much anymore these days. Family gatherings in today's times. Paulus, a hi. I should try doing that lemon or tea, honey. Hot tea and honey. Well, water usually helps, you know. I'm probably gonna want a water right now. Hang on, I'm gonna get one right now. James C. We tended to rip off. Yeah, yeah. Remember we used to do that. Remember we used to, remember we'd get all these free records, and then we would neglect the obligation to buy four more in the next two. We did that a few times. We did that several times. I can imagine. I'm gonna get water. Hold on. Harris. Okay, Ed. Okay, got you water. Let me see. King Nacho. I like the creamy peanut butter better. I'm not. I can't even eat the crunchy one actually. I don't really like the crunchy peanut butter. Hi, Hugh, BMG, Columbia. Remember BMG? I remember that was another music store that we used to do mail. Arnold 19. So you're still buying vinyl records. Where are you buying them from? Arnold 19. Well, I bought a massive collection of records on Discogs. I decided to recollect a bunch of vinyls, like breakdancing records or '80s records. I decided to recollect some of those records, and I bought them in bulk. I would look at a seller that had a lot of records, and then I would pick out all the ones that I like that he has. And then sometimes it could be like 10 or 20 of them that he has that I like from the '80s or something. And I buy them all together in bulk so I could save money on shipping. And it works. I mean, it works pretty good. And I end up getting them at like maybe $4 on average per record or per vinyl. Kevin DeSono. If I could choose my work schedule, I wish I could get Monday through Thursday, 10-hour days, 6 o'clock in the morning until 4 p.m. And I'm jealous of my coworkers who have that shift. I'm jealous of them, man. Like jealous of the coworkers who have that shift, and because some of them there's a lot of coworkers that have that shift. 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock p.m. Monday through Thursday, and then they have nights off, and then they have Friday and Saturday and Sunday off. Man, lucky guys they are. Shit, I'm jealous of them. But anyway, that would be my scheduling. Monday through Thursday, 10-hour days, 6 o'clock to 4 p.m. That's what I would want to do. I mean, that's what I wish I could do, and have 3 days off. Excuse me. Hi, Tiggle again. Telling you, Squirrel 3. Hi. I like Pepsi. That's why. King Nacho, Tiggle, Arnold 19. Gil, invite your brothers and Cynthia over. Wow. It's just not the same anymore these days. Oh well. Paulus A. Well, thank you very much for your comment about the Christmas tree. It's cute, huh? The Christmas tree. Look at my tree. Our tree right here. You know what I'll probably do? I'm gonna make a 360-degree video of this house right now and the other tree, and I'm gonna post it up. After I'm done with this live, I'm gonna go ahead and make a 360-degree video and post it up. Excuse me. Arnold 19 or Arnie 19. I mostly get my record on how many records do you have on, or vinyls you have on Arnie 19, and which ones do you typically buy? Mostly 80s or 90s or just random things, rock and roll, whatever. What do you do? Which records do you collect? And how many you have? Excuse me. Yeah, it can be kind of fun shopping on Discogs, because especially when I find a lot of them that I like and the price is not too bad. And the price is actually pretty good. Hugh. Hi, Hugh again. Paulus A. What time do you work at, Paulus A? Well, someday, eventually, if I would stay in that job long enough, eventually I'll be able to change the shift. But I could be there. I could probably be there for a year working that shift I'm in now. But I mean, that could happen. I don't know. I mean, I have to get used to it. I'm kind of used to it, but King Nacho. I don't know about Destiny. I mean, she lives in Oregon. Like the Hector's daughter. Kay Adams. I ran a letter shop back in the day. Columbia House and B&G was a big customer back. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Really. John Aplest. Hi. How are the teepers? Are you talking about my toopers? What? Oh well, yeah. No, it's not. I don't care about the cooking. Well, anyways, let's see. What was your most memorable Christmas? And well, you know what? My most memorable Christmas ever was 1984, specifically 1984. Also, probably like Christmas of 1979. Right. I remember you can be as loud as you want. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Well, anyway, yeah, my most memorable. I think I know in 1979 and 84 specifically, because 1979, that's like the year where I got a lot of toys, and I got a bike too. I got like a Super MX bicycle with the banana seat, and I liked my bike. I loved my bike. And I know, like, the childhood Christmases like on the late 70s. They're. I mean, I love those Christmas. And then 1984. I like specifically 1984 because that's the year that I got my computer, which I still have, which I still do have. I mean, I still have that Atari computer. One Love, hi. Me and my hubby love watching your video. Well, thank you very much. Well, welcome to my realm, my channel. Telling you, voices are 1984. Tiggle. So yeah. Keyword, do you remember how small car? Well, yeah, like the Yugo, for an example. Yeah, cars were I mean smaller. Cars were smaller back then. Like my Mercury, for instance. That was considered a mid-sized car, but that car is actually about the same size as my Kia. which is considered the Kia. My 2013 Kia is considered a small car, but it's actually kind of bigger than the Mercury. Yeah. Spooky Morales, Kubrick, telling you. Do I did I watch the yacht rock documentary on some good? Well, I hadn't seen that. No. Wow, you have a lot of records. Arnold or Arnie 19. I only started buying last year. Got the indie rock, classic rock. Oh yeah, so what made you want to start buying records? Arnie 19. DJ Lude, can you do a live when Christmas is near? Dressed. Santa. Well, I don't know if I have a Sandy Claus suit though. Maybe I could dress in one of the wind suits that I have. That's the same color. I forgot about my wind suits. I have them tucked away in storage. I'm gonna need to bring them out because the winter months are here, so I'm gonna need to bring them out. I forgot that I had those. I forgot about those. Kevin DeSono, YouTube is a cool way to see the whole world if you can. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right about that. DeSono. Yeah, you are right about that. Especially if someone does a live over in that place that they're in. King Nacho, Tiggle, warming up. I'm telling King Nacho. Wow, that's my youngster cooking something. Arnie 19. I was young in the early 80s, so I got Star Wars toys for Christmas. Oh yeah. So well, I know. I mean, I know. I used to get toys. I used to love the toys, and I remember I got Legos, and yeah, I remember Legos. And I used to get. I used to love those things, man. Telling you. So Jet Night in the late '70s, I got my train set, and but I remember the train sets too. I mean, I know that they're professional train sets that they used to have. I think the train cars are about like the size of the Hot Wheels cars. Well, like in proportionate of those cars. Hi, one love again. Hello to your telling you. Jet Night. Arnie 19. I want to DJ at a local place by me and use records. Do you have your turntable set up already? Or do you have it or you still have to buy it? Why like people who have vinyl records and some turntables. I mean that'll be very unique to DJ with original vinyl records because it's only one of you that's going to be there in today's times. Hi, Bob Jack Sob. Very good. JJX Tim. Hi. I'm excited that it's only 15 days away. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, it's so fast too. Telling you. Hi, Love Bug. Hi. Very good. Tortilling Tentacles, 69 years ago. Very good. Hi. Art January. Art Man. Merry Christmas. Art Man is here. That's my brother-in-law in San Diego. Love Bug. Can you DJ with an 8-track? Not a chance. Arnie 19. I have a cheap turntable set up right now until I get more money. Yeah, people people swear by Technics 1200s. They're expensive though, but I don't know what's a good alternative to Technics 1200s that are reasonably priced. For DJing. Well, I know DJ Lou would know the answer to that one, right? DJ Lou. What would be a good alternative to Technics 1200s turntables for DJs? King Nacho. Telling you, DJ Lou, do you and family eat tamales? Well, not really, unless we go to my dad's house. We would eat tamales if we go to my dad's house. I haven't been there in a long time. What's my favorite Taylor Swift song? I don't exactly listen to Taylor Swift, so I wouldn't exactly know. Well, thank you very much for your comment on One Love about the tree, Christmas tree. Very good. JJX10, have I remembered Wolfenstein 3D? Nope, I'm not familiarized with that. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, okay. Well, yeah, Art Man is here. Well, my uh, brother-in-law. So yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, Bob. I don't know about your comment, Bob. Oh man, Joe Rogan, Art Man, Spooky Morales. I got Technics 1200 and a Pioneer. Well, that setup right there, I can probably estimate it being what, like $2,000 to buy that at least. I think even more than that. I mean, I know a Pioneer mixer can cost sometimes like upwards of like unless you have a normal one. I know they cost like upwards of $2,000 for the mixer alone, and then I know the Technics 1200 turntables are. I think they're at least $600 each. At least $500 to $1,000 each that I know of. I mean, the last time I heard about it. Keyberg, Moises, would you rather have a kid in the '80s or the '90s? Probably 80s, maybe. I mean, Joel Garcia, good evening. How's your my week? Well, I had to work on Saturday, 10 hours. JJX Team, it's a computer game. No, I was not familiarized with the the, the game there. Arnie, yeah. Well, I always add man at the end of everybody's name, Arnold. Well, Arnold 19. But sometimes I'll nickname everybody, like sometimes I'll have a name for everybody. King Nacho, One Love, what's your favorite Filipino dish that your wife makes for me? Well, my wife cooks random things here and there, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I'm a picky eater, so I mean, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know the answer to that one. I mean, Ponce, yeah. Well, Ponce, like Jenny Lynn loves Ponce. Love Bug. Well, I sure remember Blockbuster. Sure do. Artman or Jen Art said, went to party. I went to a party and they played Little John and DJ Snakes turned down for what? And right at the drop, they played ABBA's Dance. How funny. Telling you. King Nacho and mac and cheese. Well, I still love mac and cheese, especially the spirals ones. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Andy Castro. Have I ever wanted to do a DJ business for a living, or it was just? Well, I wanted to try doing some gigs. I done one. But after that, I mean, I just never wasn't really too I was too shy to continue with the gig, so I just stuck with it in the house. I just did mostly house music, playing music in the garage. That's all I ever did. Uh, but I still have the equipment. I still love to do it. I still love to play music, and I love to have the lights on, the DJ lights. It's fun. I mean, it's one of my hobbies. I mean, I love to do that. I know I wanted to do a little gig. I've done some gigs with my family. I mean, I know Hector asked me to bring my DJ equipment for like a party that his kids was having one time. Yeah, I mean, my smaller kid is the one that's cooking right now. Natalie is her name anyway. JJX Tim. Do I have an 18-year-old girlfriend? No. No, I don't. Telling you. Raw dog, you're gonna party. I want to. I mean, I want to have a little party, but my job is gonna probably make me work that day, knowing my job. So anyway, Joe Rogan, when did you start DJing? Wow. Oh, I mean, I started collecting equipment back in 2009. I started getting into it, DJ equipment, back in 2009. Kay Adams, I'm telling you, I don't really get that many trolls. I mean, I don't get that many. And the trolls won't bother me if they're not excessive. But if they start getting excessively obnoxious or whatever you call it, then I would have to stop them, for a bit. Remember Radio Shack, Pepper Ridge Farm remembers. Artman said, "Well, I know Radio Shack. I remember I used to buy parts. I used to buy speaker parts from Radio Shack. King Nacho, do you get lunch break at work? Yeah, well, of course we do. I mean, well, I just talked to. I talked with a couple of them. Arnie 19 said, "Gil, how do you know when they don't eat mac and cheese in Britain?" Well, I don't know. I don't know that one. Tiggle said, "Yeah, I only did one gig because I was getting kind of weary about doing gigs for somebody I don't know because Because how do I know if it's a bad neighborhood, or how do I know if I would get in trouble with cops for playing loud music or something? And I kind of lost interest when I had thoughts about that. I'm telling you, One Love said, "You're good with your friends that you dance with in the garage." I lost touch with them on that day. So, Love Bug, last time you're at a bar, years ago. And Abraham, do you like to say well, I've been saying that, I'm telling you, for the last probably 20 years. Jeff Thompson, can you throw a party? Well, no, we can't throw a party. Murder side. Turtling tentacles. Tentacles. What's your favorite DJ beat? Well, I'm not familiar with what they are, so I couldn't answer that. Edvin, who sings that popular song Amiga at the beginning of your vintage? Oh, okay, that's it's a video. It's a song that's called Lena Maria by Michael, and I have it up on YouTube. I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you right now. This one. It's this one. This is the song right here. So yeah, is it a popular song? Yeah. See this song. I mean, it's kind of. Hang on. Prices rise and fall. Find the lowest price Helferlands at Helfer. So yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah. This. Do you listen to Regentian? Well, that song. This is on my YouTube. Well, to answer your question, Joe Rogan, I like it. I mean, I like that type of music. Damn, he's cute. His fur. Because the furry's here. Let me see. You need to play Mexican music for babies. Well, yeah, I mean, Yazoo. I mean, I'm telling you. So, yeah, I mean, I have my hair, the furry's here. Where do you see him? You saw the furries? Telling you. So, okay, Abraham. Okay, 3. Well, I can't read that the name because it's kind of printed in another language. Well, I'm up late for now. It's 10:30 right now here in California. Anyway, I love house music. Yeah, knows that one. King Nacho, deep trance. Well, I like trance is okay too. I mean, I like trance. I mean, Keybert, did you fix your rear muffler? Huh? Telling you. Prom in the 98 Kia Rio. Okay. King Nacho, no. Oh, I'm telling you. 3 shifts, you got off work or something? No. Well, I didn't work today. I don't work on Sundays. At least not right now anyway. Joel Garcia, hi again. I'm actually doing Uber Eats right now, and I'm on the ninth 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 hour shift, huh? Very good. King Nacho. Tiggle. King Nacho again. DJ Lou. Joe Rogan. Telling you. Giovanni, it's 1:32 a.m. here, so I'm going to get off. I hate the idea that this is like the only time that I'm available to do lives. I mean, I should try doing one like like in the morning sometime, like on. Okay, Keeberk. Lena Maria. Is it a popular song? Are you sure about that? Because I don't hear it. I mean, well, unless it's from a different artist that you're talking about. King Nacho. Keeberk. Telling you. Very good, Keeberk. What's your favorite Mexican music artist? Well, Mexican music artists, I like that. I mean, I cannot really name them because they're Spanish. Well, I can't really think of any off the bat, but I know there's a lot of them that I do like. I mean, what's your favorite Mexican? Deontay Barlow. Hi. Do I like Jack in the Box? I love that Jack in the Box. I don't eat there that much, but I mean, I like Jack in the Box. Kubrick, K. Adams, that's your NFL. Who's your NFL to root for? Well, I mean, I like to watch football, but I don't have any specific teams that I like. I just watch football, but whoever is playing. I know my brother Hector liked the Raiders, but he was pretty upset about their performance, though. Tentacle 69 years ago. Hope you have a well. Thank you very much for a comment, and a Merry Christmas to y'all too. Very good. Moises are. I just ate Jack in the Box today, huh? Very good. Deontay Barlow. Very good. Go Rams. DJ Lou says. Very good. Telling you. So yeah. So anyways. DJ Lou, go Rams. You beat the Bills today, huh? Very good. I'm telling you. So yeah. Abraham Nava, here in the year of 2004, did you see changes of a reconstruction that you recorded? Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess everything's like modernized these days, you know. Joe Rogan says, "Do you remember PM Dawn?" I'm not familiarized with that. I'm gonna have some chips. Jet Knight is asking, "Will I be doing live on New Year's?" Well, I probably would. I mean, why not? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say because I'd probably be like, I would probably be like watching a movie. I don't know. I probably would. I mean, I'm telling you. Oh, thank you very much, Keybert, for your gift. Thanks for doing a Christmas special live. Very good. I want to do. I mean, it looks to me the only chance that I would really have to do live is on Sundays. And if I don't work on Saturday, if I choose not to work on some of the Saturdays, then on Saturday, it's the only time not I can't do Fridays anymore at the moment, anyway. So yeah, DJ Lou says PM Dawn had about 3 good songs back in the early '90s, huh? Very good. Danny G. What elementary school did I go to? I went to this elementary school. It was called Diamond School. It was three of them. Diamond School in Santa Ana, and then I went to Hoover School in Santa Ana also. Then I went to George Washington School. I don't know why I went to a number. I don't know why I went to more than a few different schools, but Johnny Chingas. Can I do live at work? Well, I probably wouldn't be able to do it directly in my job, but I probably would be able to do it on break or something, while I'm on break or something. Yeah, Abraham Nava. Well, yeah, I can imagine. I could probably imagine myself doing live. I mean, QA. Have I been to San Francisco before? Yeah, sure. I've been there a couple. The last time I went there, I think it was in 2018 or was it 2017 or one of those years. I went. I actually have it up on YouTube. I actually uploaded my visit of San Francisco that time. Joe Rogan. Did I ever go to a ditch party? Nope. John Kid 98 High. Telling you. It's been a while. Okay. I'm kind of thinking you might be Yescus. I'm kind of basing it on the picture there. John Kid 98. I don't know. I feel like I could sense that. John Kidd. Wow, that's very good. Yeah, it's been a while, huh? Very good. God dang. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I just somehow I see I I can see your personality. I see it. I'm talking about like I mean you could tell. I mean you could tell like because you have that distinct personality there. Like where it lets me recognize some people easy. I mean, no matter how far. I mean, well, it's nice to hear from you. Yes, Gus. I remember your name. I remember you're the one that had a camera. I mean, you had a VHS-C camera, like an old school camera. I remember you had one. You told me about having one of those. Moises was 2001, like 2000. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, it's basically the same. David Flores, how's my father doing? Well, the last time I went there, he was okay. I mean, he was doing fine. I mean, he's 86 and he's still around that I know of. I mean, Abraham. That's funny. I don't even wear my own, I'm telling you, shirts. I don't even wear them. I don't even wear my own shirts. Telling Kevin DeSono. How familiar are you with the Philippine English? Well, I'm familiarized with that. I mean, David Flores, my dad, well, I think he's 87, I think. Well, he's going to be 87 this year. Who's the first president I remember? It was Jimmy Carter. John Kidd, he commented on one of my viral. Oh, really? Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I remember I saw that video. I mean, well, if it's a video, I think it is. I think it was. I mean, I mean, well, I relate to that. I mean, hope you're doing. Shadow Duck High. Telling you. Did you still have that old channel up, or did you delete it? John Kid 98 or Yes Gus. Where do you live at? Yes Gus. Do you what state you live in? I'm from because I think I remember you lived somewhere in the west, or was it east or something, somewhere in the east. Yeah, I'm doing well. Shadow Duck. Hope you're doing well. Well, thank you very much. I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. Oh, okay. I understand you. Yes, Gus. Yeah. I mean, I can understand that, man. Well, you know what I would do on a case like that? I would just disable the comments on everything. Good evening. Jeremy says, how are you excited? Well, I'm excited for Christmas. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, but sadly I probably won't be home for most of the month because of my job. I mean, I'm working the nights. But I know I'll be off on Christmas Day. I can tell you that much. I know I'll be off on Christmas Day. I don't know about New Year's Day. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be off on New Year's Day. And sadly, I probably won't be home. I don't think I'm even going to be home on New Year's Eve because I think I'm going to be working until 12 p.m. at New Year's Eve. I might be anyway. I'm going to see. So, yeah. I work in the night shift. I mean, 2 o'clock p.m. until 12 midnight, right smack in the middle of the time that I like to be home at. I know sooner or later I'll be able to change my shift sooner or later. Joe Rogan, how was my middle school experience? Well, I mean, I liked my school. I never had any negative experiences in my school. In any of my school, well, there's only one time, like it was when I was living in Encinitas that I did have a negative experience with elementary school. I had some bullies, but Encinitas was the only place where I had the bad experience in. But no other time I had any bad experiences with bullying. No, I almost never got bullied in school. Never. Excuse me. Yeah. Well, yes, Gus. A scary experience. Are you talking about your school? Like, well, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I've been through that, but it's only during that part of the year. I mean, it was only during the time when I went to elementary school in Encinitas that I encountered some bullies, but that was it. No other time though. I mean, it was only short lived because I was living in Encinitas for a short time only. I mean, but I lived in Santa Ana all of my childhood life. I never had that bad experiences in school, and not even in my junior high school or middle school or high school. I never had any bad experiences with kids or bullying or I never had any bad experience of any kind. STP World. I just got my Panasonic digital Walkman fixed. Been enjoying it. Digital Walkman. Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking that would sound like an MP3 player or something if it's digital that you're talking about. David Flores says, "Did your mom move to Mexico permanent?" Yeah, well, pretty much. Abraham says, "I remember that you recorded Santa Ana in 2004 or 2003, and I remember that drive the freeway and some huge." Oh yeah, oh yeah. Was it getting? Oh okay. So I made a video. That was 2002, and I have it up on YouTube. Yeah, I remember that. Well, I made a tour in 2002, like and remembering when I used to live there. Yeah. Well, glad to hear of that, John Kid 98. Very good. I mean, I hope you're all good. I mean, John, because I remember hearing some things about what you had to say about life. Yeah, we all have life, I'm telling you. I related to you back in to 1992, and I think I even have a video up about it too. I mean, I actually uploaded a video. February, I think it's February 1992. I mean, if you watch my video from February 1992, I was actually blogging in that video, like complaining about like people not paying attention to me and that type of thing. That was back in the day. I mean, Moises, I have an uncle born in 1964, huh? I was born in 1970. STP World. Panasonic tried to make it digital, but it failed, so that's what it was bought. Oh, okay. I never knew that. I never knew. Excuse me. Joe Rogan, what mall did you go to? I went to the one in West Covina, in the Covina area. Paulito's Way. Very good. Hi, Philip says hi from El Monte. Very good. Hi, Philip. Abraham. Did you buy your first mobile home in the year 2000 and live there? I bought my mobile home in 2001 and I lived there for 9 years. Or no, it was 8 years. And then I sold it to my mom. And she lived there until just earlier this year. She sold the mobile home earlier this year. STP World. Well, I was too young to remember about the Elvis dying. Elvis Presley. Well, I was too young, apparently. Yeah, you should check it out, John Kid 98, because I was blogging exactly the same complaint about life. I don't know if you ever heard. Have you ever seen the videos from this guy? His name was what's his name? Shit, what was his name? Who had a complaint about girls not paying attention to him or something. I think it was back in 2014 where he killed people in where he killed like what? Elliot Rogers. Yeah, I remember that because and in those days, that video on my video 1992, I was actually having the same complaint that dude Elliot Roger had. I was having the same exact complaint. A lot of people have that situation. John Kidd said, what's my thoughts and opinions about Pokemon? Well, I mean, that cartoon is sort of like funny in my eyes. I mean, I was apparently I was not a fan of. I never really got into it or anything. Joe Rogan, do I play Mario Kart? Well, I like to play that when I get my hands on it. Yeah. STP World. I think one of my old videos. It's filmed near your house. You lived in 1989. Yeah, we lived in a condominium. No, yeah, we lived in a condominium at the time. D Flores High. You at the agency? Yeah, I'm still there. I mean, I'm still at the agency at the moment. David Flores. What year did your mom's mom or grandma? She died in 2015, I think it was. She was 104. She died at 104 years old. Three says, how is work going? Are they making you work overtime still? Yeah, apparently, yeah. I mean, they're kind of making us work overtime. I mean, I think it's been extended until the end of January. Working overtime. I guess it's busy. I mean, but I talk to coworkers there, or like the ones that are permanent. They say that it's busy there all the time. I mean, Abraham, but I think I was hearing a little bit about it, that it's busy there all the time because they're always short staffed. But then I also heard that the reason why they're short staffed is because they keep letting people go because they don't like their attendance. Because I think the company's biggest complaint with workers is their attendance. Maybe they get a lot of calling in sick, or I don't know. Well, I mean, if they're gonna make everybody work a lot of hours, we're gonna burn out. Of course, we're gonna burn out. I mean, and then of course, it's gonna call for calling some days off because we're tired. You get tired. But the company sometimes don't even really see that. I mean, and then they let them go. I mean, don't you think it's better to keep a don't you think that it's better to keep a worker like that calls off days here and there, but they still come in like for at least like 20, 30, 40 hours a week, or 30 hours, even if it's 30 hours a week? Isn't it better to get someone who works 30 hours a week than to not have anybody working at all? I mean, isn't it better to keep that person for 30 hours a week than not to have him at all? I mean, and then they would have to hire new ones, and then they have to retrain them, and it's kind of a pain in the butt, too. And if you ask me, That's my thoughts. That's just my thoughts. Abraham said, in the year 1989, you look very in the mid 30s, 30, I think. Telling you, I was 18 years old in 1989, or 19 anyway. D. Flores, my cousin, David Flores, very good. David Flores. Oh, okay, that's his cousin. Very good. Okay, both of you are on. Very good. Quindale. Gil almost became an incel in 1992. Telling you. John Kidd, have you seen Mario Brothers? Oh, I've seen that movie. I mean, I like that movie. That was like in the last year, right? Oh yeah, I mean, I liked that movie actually. Todd Bob. So it's midnight where you're at, huh? Well, it's 11 o'clock here, 11 p.m. And Coaster Crafters. Hi, Gil. Just stopping by tomorrow. I have a final day at university and got to go. Very good. Dan Flores. What was for D Flores? What was for dinner? This. Nah, I'm just being funny. I don't even know. I can't even remember what I ate. What? Oh, well, yeah. Actually, yes. I had In-N-Out earlier. G3 says, you're like you like Rocky Balboa. I like those shows. I mean, the Rocky shows. I mean, like Rocky 1, 2, and 3, specifically 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I liked those shows. STP World. I've been watching Me TV Tunes. So retro. Well, I've been getting into a little bit of that here and there when I get a chance. Joe Rogan. Do I remember Kurt Cobain? Well, that I'm not familiarized with that name. So, anyways, Jeff Thompson. Well, I never really used to. I never got into watching wrestling. What is my favorite movie from the 90s? Well, anyway, I liked Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire. I like the movie Speed. That was a fun movie. And then it's the STP World. They just changed our cable and gave us base LP based TV boxes. Oh yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, Cabian is from Nirvana, huh?
Kurt Cobain.
Yes. Well, I'm not really familiar. I know the art. I know the Nirvana. I know that. Joe Garcia. Remember the show Fear? Oh yeah, Fear Factor. Well, yeah. You know the part I just didn't like that I just didn't care for is when they made them eat these weird things. Like animals. Like I'm talking about. They used to make them eat insects or things, and that kind of gets that's a bit out of hand for me. There. I mean, yeah, the Fear Factor. That's a bit out of hand there. I mean, STP World. I don't like them to freeze a lot. A lot. The old ones were better. Oh yeah, telling. Oh, they freeze a lot, huh? Oh, okay. You're talking about the streaming service. Jeff Thompson. All of the cars you've owned, which one was my favorite? Well, you know what? I know the car I really loved was a Mazda 66. It was a 1984. And then, but like one of my favorite cars as of now, it's my Kia. I mean, my 2013 Kia. I mean, I really I'm happy with the car because it's fun to drive a stick. Fun to drive that car still. I still have the car, and I had it. I bought my car brand new in 2013, and I still have it right now. It's 11 years later. IKG, well, thank you very much for your comment. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah. Okay, I remember that. I remember. I guess now that you mentioned that you met me at Costco, I remember I saw you there. I mean, I can remember you now. Very good. Yeah, it's funny that you saw me at Costco the other day. Christius, yo, Gil, I'm doing good. Not bad. Christius. Jeff Thompson. Do you remember Cal Worthington and his dog Spot? Oh yeah, the commercials. Well, it was a car. It was like a commercial for a car dealer. I guess it was. Oh yeah, I remember that. Big time, man. But they used to do other animals too. I mean, yeah. Sometimes I think they had a tiger one time, and they would have the tiger walk on the cars and on the hoods of the cars. And you have an idea how heavy those tigers are? Yeah, they're like probably at least 500 pounds. I'm surprised he didn't damage some of those cars. Walking on the hoods of the cars. But cars were built tough back then, though. What if I recorded videos in the 60s? Well, I'm sure people have made videos in the 60s. I've not tried to look for home videos in the 60s, but I know there's some on YouTube. I mean, people had posted videos on YouTube from the 60s. Even I seen a home video from the 40s actually. That gets really interesting. How things looked in the 40s. That's crazy. Now. It's a trip on you when you look at those videos from the 60s. Everything the houses looks kind of the same, but the cars and how people dressed and the technology stuff that they had was very, very different. The housing looked the same, but the cars looked very, very different. And I think how people dressed was very different too. John Kidd 98 says, have you ever seen Ruddy Rags or Hey Arnold? Oh yeah, I mean I love that. Those shows are fun to watch. That was in the 90s. I mean I actually recorded like 4 VHS tapes with those filled up with those cartoons when I used to watch the channel. I don't Cartoon Network, I think it was called. Oh yeah. I liked watching those cartoons. Oh yeah. I mean that was '90s. I mean, I liked watching those. Remember the Thornberry? I think it's the name of the another cartoon. I think it's one that had the word Thornberries in it, and then Doug. Remember Doug, the cartoon, and then yeah, oh yeah, big time. Hi, hello there. Very well. Thank you very much for a comment. I'm aging very gracefully. Very good. I'm telling you. Three said, "Hey, Gil, since you live in the mobile home, did they used to charge rent for the space?" Well, yeah, I mean, well, we pay space rent when we live in a mobile home, apparently. At the time, I was paying $300 a month, or not even that. I was paying like $230 a month for space rent. But now, I mean, the space rent had gone up big time. Kubrick says, Kubrick said, well, this is true, Kubrick. You say that always watch out for it. It's a red flag. It could be a red flag for when you have a company that always that why that why like watch out for a company that's always hiring, that always seems to be hiring, because that means that they're always firing. That's true. I mean, and that's exactly what they said in my job. I mean, because the reason why I'm always busy in my job is because they're always short staffed. Because I heard it from somewhere. I heard it somewhere. I think one of my supervisors, a supervisor, said that. Why the company, why it's always busy? It's because they're always short staffed. Because they always let people go, and then they let them go because of poor attendance. But then when you let go of people, and then they have to retrain more, isn't it kind of a pain in the butt to do it that way? Like to keep retraining only for them to mess up on their um, attendance too. I mean, because people don't like to work a lot of overtime. People don't like that. I mean, in my job, and of course, it's gonna burn them out mentally, especially. I mean, of course, and then I don't know about these companies that do that. I mean, because my last job did that too. I mean, they were always fired. They were always hiring. My last company was like that too. Apparently, I mean, and we were always putting away a lot of hours. They were always short of workers. Like because, well, I think people just leave the job too. I mean, sometimes people just leave the job too because they don't like how they treat them or something, or too many hours or something. I mean, Joe Yoshi said it asking, was Joe a racist? I saw, yeah, he kind of was. I mean, he kind of was. I mean, I guess he was. I mean, hello there, General Hospital. I don't think General Hospital was big, and I remember that movie. I remember that show, General Hospital. Telling you. About Joe though, I mean Joe. I don't think there's any way he's alive right now. I don't. I really don't think he is alive. I don't know the whereabouts for this Joe guy. Hello there. Yeah, the video that was recorded the same day and almost same time as Menendez. Oh yeah. Well, of course. Anything from 1988 on, I'm gonna have lived through anything that happened from 1988 on. Well, no, I didn't hear anything going on near our house at the time. Brado Life, hi, much love. Well, thank you very much from Pomona, California. Very good. Brado Life. Chris Diaz. All those shows are from Nickelodeon. That's what it was. It was Nickelodeon. Yes, yes, yes. Also, Raku's Modern Life and Real Monsters and Stimpy and Ran. That I remember those, man. Oh yeah, Pete and Pete. Well, and then Cowardly the or what the Cowardly Dog or what was his name? What's the name? Courage the Cowardly Dog or something. That's funny. I mean, all of those cartoons, they're kind of fun to watch. Well, you are right, but that's exactly what I had to say. Three. Well, I mean, the one that I can't read the language. Poor attendance because they're over. Yeah, because people just don't like to work so many hours like that. I mean, of course, people are going to call days off because it's too much for them, because they want to have spend time with family. I mean, even me too. Right now, I'm okay. I can handle it for now, but I can only do the 60 hours a week for so long, though. I can only do it for so long. And then eventually I'm gonna get tired of it. I'm gonna get tired of it over time, and I'm gonna get tired of missing my life here. I mean, hi, ducks roll. Telling you, bread o' life. There's been more gang activity in my neighborhood, which is Happy Town, Pomona. I mean, Pomona. I lived in Pomona for a time, for a little bit. I mean, well, I mean, there's gangs everywhere. I mean, everywhere, really. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, over here, I don't really come around. I don't really come around gangs that often. I really never, because I just don't drive in those. Everybody, if you live near one of those areas, I mean, well, apparently, I mean, Moises are. Would you rather be a teen in the 2000s too? Well, I mean, I think I was pretty happy being a teen in the 80s. Neat Neff. Neil 100. Hi. Are they hiring foreign workers who will do such? Well, I don't think so. I don't think if you're talking about my current job, I don't think so. My last job, though, however, the last job I worked at, yes, they did. I mean, they actually used to hire people without papers. Yeah, I actually heard that. I heard it from my last job. About my last job, they hired people without papers, documentation, because apparently it's cheaper. They could pay them less money. It's what I heard. I heard it. I mean, and I don't know how true it is, but Duck's Rule was a Pizza Hut you worked. Where was a Pizza Hut I worked in 19? It was in Fontana on Sierra Street, Fontana, California. Three says, "Hey Gilbert, have you ever thought we if we got to go back to the 80s and 90s and have no cell phone and what's it like when you go out from home getting lost?" Oh well, let me see. Have I ever thought if we get to go? Oh yeah, well if we were to go back to the 80s and we had no well, we would have our cell phone, but there would be no service, and we wouldn't be able to do anything with that phone. I mean, with internet or calling, because they didn't have the technology back then. And was it like? And what was it like when we got out and getting lost? Well, if we used to get lost, then we would go to a local gas station, or we would talk to somebody in a store or something and ask for directions. If I got lost somewhere, I would go to that gas station and I would ask the clerk like for directions, like on how I could get back home, like how I could get back to the freeway or something. I would ask for directions. Or I would buy one of those map books that they would sell. But most likely, I would just ask for directions. We used to go to a gas station or a store, or gas station, and I used to ask for directions. And they would tell me, okay, you see the light, you could make a left right there, and then you go 2 streets down, you go to say Clark Street, you make a right turn, and then 5 miles down, you'll get to the free. That's an example. I mean, yeah, I remember those times. Why, Hoppy, hi, Hoppy. 80s, well, it was better, yeah, a lot better in its ways. I mean, I tell you, yeah. People are more interactive back then, with each other. STP World, my parents said, few people had one when they got into an accident on the freeway. What said of a few people had one. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, had one when they had got into an accident. I'm telling you, Jeff Thompson. In the old days, do you think anyone pretended to be lost just to talk? And I can imagine that. I mean, it's very imaginable that. It's imaginable. Oh, yeah. I mean, that people did that. I mean, of course, I never tried to do that my personally, but I mean, I'm sure it's imaginable that people did that. I mean, but that would be kind of uncalled. That would be unusual. It would be unusual if anyone was going to ask it. You would think that someone's out of this world if someone would be asking for directions in today's times. Telling you. Three says, "Oh my God, back when then getting into an accident in school should have been well, getting into an accident. Have you ever had an accident with a car? Well, it's kind of like the same thing as today. I mean, you get your papers and then you get your phone numbers and then you call your insurance and stuff." Hi, Pagaz G. Hi, STP world. A few people had a cell phone. Well, a tiny handful of people actually had one. Tiny handful. When my parents got into one, they said someone came out with a very large phone, and maybe I'll remember those. Yeah, I remember those phones. Yeah, I remember those cell phones back then. Telling. Well, we remember asking for help and waving people. Oh, yeah, we remember. Some of us did that. Who does your decorating? Well, my kids and my wife. I mean, does all the decorating for Christmas. Very good. Well, thank you very much for your comment, Pagaz G. Very good. I'm telling you. So yeah, drink some water. Very good. Telling you. I'm telling you. Well, thank you. Oh, you like to watch a video or very good. Thank you for your comment. STP World, it was very rare, but they said someone was able to call the police on the. Oh yeah, well the call boxes on the freeway. Yeah, yeah, they did have what they called call boxes. It was like a box with a phone in it, but you were only able to call the dispatcher only, and then the dispatcher would call a tow truck for you, or or maybe you're able to see if they could call your mom or your family member. They could call them for you, and then they'll talk to them, asking them if they could pick you up from the freeway or something. Yeah, you were able to do things like that back in the day, but you could not talk to your family directly through them. They had to talk. They had to transfer the words for you. Let me see. Pig Oz. Gee, I sit down and unwind after. Well, that's a nice way to do that. Well, thank you very much for your comment. Very good. Pagaz, Pagaz G. Jonathan D. Shinko, or is that how you pronounce your name? Sicko? Kiko. Is that how you pronounce your name? My wife and I follow. Well, thank you very much for your comment. I mean, thank you very much for you. Very good. Jeff Thompson, is Christmas your favorite holiday? Well, my favorite holiday is my birthday. Well, I think If I was gonna have a favorite, I guess Christmas is my favorite holiday. I would say so because Christmas is fun. I mean, it's fun. I mean, people tend to be more nicer. I mean, I guess on Christmas. Pegos says, I remember when I could dial a certain number on the rotary phone and get the time. Yeah, remember that? I don't remember what phone it was, but what number it was, but I know that we at one time, like it was like a number like where we could type in, like it was like the first three numbers were set. It was like specifically the first three numbers were the set numbers, and then we were able to type in like the phone number was say 851 or something, 851, and then we were able to type in any four numbers. It didn't matter which. Yeah, I remember that we had that. Like it was like the first three numbers. It was like we had to specifically use those three numbers, and then we were able to pick any four numbers. I remember that. That was crazy. I remember that. Like it would say, and when we would call that number, it would say, at the tone, the time will be 11:19. I remember that. That's what it used to say. Remember that? No M. Hi, Gil. You still have a cassette? Well, I have my tape collection, my blank cassette collection, my recorded blank tape collection. I still have it. Yeah. STP World, I've been importing VCR from Japan, and they had a real cell phone and not a call. Oh yeah, did they? Telling you. No, well, so you remember that number, huh? Yeah, I remember that. Jeff Thompson, you remember that number, huh? I remember that it had an 8 in it. It's funny that I remember that it had an 8. So it was 853, but I remember it was like in the late 70s where we knew the number, like it was 853 and any four numbers that we want. Like well, any four numbers, any random numbers. But later on, I think later on in the next few years, or like in the next few years, they had a set last four numbers at that point because I mean apparently more numbers like over time, Were there pay phones or emergency phones back then? If you had an emergency on the well, yeah, like I was just talking about the call boxes on the freeway. There are these yellow boxes, but and they had a phone, like a landline phone on it, but you're only able to call the dispatcher with that at the time. Moises, are people born in the 80s and 90s dangerous? Well, anybody can be dangerous. Anybody can. Telling you. Pagos. Well, I have a great. Well, my memory is really good. I'm telling you, very good. STP Road. They must have been a business person. Those when the only people would have had one at the. Oh yeah, you're talking. Oh yeah, the cell phones, like the cell phones from the 80s. Well, they're bricks. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Only a tiny handful of people had those. Jeff Thompson. Did I like Alfred Hitchcock movie? Well, my mom used to love to watch those shows. Moises, are people born in the early 70s are not dangerous at all. Telling you. Well, apparently I'm one of them. Telling you. Pagos. Gee. Still have I you still have mine from the 90s. I used to plug it into the cigarette lighter in the truck and oh, okay. You have a cell. You're talking about a cell phone. Well, yeah. Or is it like? Well, I know. I had my first cell phone in 1999. My very first cell phone was in 1999. You think people are more angry these days than last year? Yeah, I think that as the years progresses more and more, as the year progresses, that people are getting more antsy. I mean, antsy these days because at least in California anyway, because we have more and more people living here. We have more and more people moving here, or just more and more people living here. I mean, and then it gets so crowded on the freeways, and it's so crowded everywhere we go, and then people get kind of antsy. We have more and more of that these days. I mean, no M. Let's bring back the brick phone. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would want to do a brick phone again, though. Oh, so your phone, Paga says your phone is from 1992. Well, you had to be rich back in the day to have a cell phone. QA said was 2000 the most boring decade. Well, man, probably not. I mean, no. STP world, there's still a few towns that have fire call boxes with a landline and argue to keep them out. Oh, okay. Well, I never really paid attention if they still have such things right now on the freeway. They probably do. I never paid attention. Joel Garcia, what's your favorite gangster movie from the 90s? Blood and Blood, Blood In, Blood Out, or American Me? I liked American Me. I'm not familiarized with Blood In or Blood Out. I mean, hi, Sheila. Merry Christmas to you too. Very good. Jeff Thompson, would you ever ride the whole Santa Ana River Trail all the way to the? I would. I wish I had the time to do it, man. I would. I mean, I would want to. I mean, I wish I had the time to do that. I mean, Pegos. I think people getting antsy here too. I mean, they lose their patience. Yeah, there we go, patience. That's what I was meant to say. But antsy, I mean, like, yeah, people don't have a lot of patience these days. I mean, yeah, it's always in a hurry. Yeah, I mean, you described it exactly you described it right on there. I mean, Pagos G. I mean, yeah, people are always like in a hurry. Yeah, people are always like in a hurry. I mean, they lose their patience. And people are more like that these days than they were like 20 years ago and 30 years ago. People are really like that. Really, uh, they lose patience. Cigarette plug in cars back then was a luxury thing. Very good. Yeah, oh yeah, big time. Well, I mean, the cars had them, but today's cars, they don't do. They stopped doing that years ago. I mean, we had really nice cell phones in 1996. How somehow they were really. Oh yeah, I mean, the phones started getting a little bit better naturally. I mean, but I never actually. I owned my first one in 1999. Telling you, Moissador, the three. You think people smoked more in the 80s and the 90s? I think people smoke more today than in the 80s and 90s. I mean, I think people are smoking more. At least that's what I think. Telling you, Rob D. S. SLA on the Don't Shine shoes. Oh, yeah? Telling you. So, what else? Ooh. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get going right now. It's already almost midnight. STP World, I still hold one of them. It's still, yeah, it has a huge. Yeah, I can imagine how big the SIM cards are back in those days. STP World. That's a saying in the movie Bound by Honor. Laugh out loud. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He just said a line in the movie, huh? Pagos, yeah, oh yeah, time flies, all right. I tell you, which age is stronger, 70s, 80s, or 90s? Probably 70s. That's my opinion. we we were like STP World says. We were talking about we were talking to a gas station clerk who said they got yelled at by kids when they say we can't sell them to you. Oh yeah, wow, yeah. If you're trying to, oh yeah, I mean, if you're trying to buy cigarettes for a young kid, it was like you could get in trouble for that. I mean, if you're buying beer for a young child, yeah, you could get into big trouble for that. Hey, thank you very much, Lisa Lee, for your comment. Love your tree. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and make a 360-degree video of this living rooms, both of the living rooms, and then I'm gonna post it up. Telling you, I know. I'm telling you, very good. QA, or OA. Is it? I got my first cell phone in 1999. I actually put up a video about that. I mean, my first cell phone in 1999. I actually have it up on YouTube, and I talked about it and everything. Spooky Morales, thanks for going live. Well, very good. Telling you, Moises, but go. You're part of the 60s. No, I was born in the 70s. I was born in 1970. Telling Adonis, hi Adonis. We need you to be a podcast so you could talk about your awesome story. I mean, I could try. I mean, one day. I mean, podcast. Oh yeah, no, telling you. He decorated the tree. Yeah, well, yeah, that was my wife is the one that actually did the. Rob D says, very good. Lisa Lee, STP. That's convincing that so many come in. Telling you. Thank you for your time. Well, thank you very much for your comment, and have to see you guys. No, three says I don't like the 360 video. Well, I think maybe there's a setting on your phone or something that should probably fix that. Oh, what? Oh, okay, you're right. Moises are well, 1970s. Well, 1970, like probably. Well, it's every decade it does that. Like when a brand new decade begins, you're still gonna get the previous decade vibes for a while, for a couple of years after that. Rob D. No, I have not sold the Ford Edge, and I'm not in a hurry to sell it. Adonis, did you remember the incident in the men? Oh yeah, well yeah, of course I remember. Well, I think they just only recently went to the court today. I mean, in the last year. I mean, or in the last couple weeks or something. OA, what vibes will 2025 bring? I wonder. I'd like to know that myself. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get going right now. So, in a minute or so, I'll probably just stop at 2 hours. So, I mean, I would want, because 2025 is going to already be midway. I mean, midway of this decade already. I mean, yeah. So, okay. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get going right now. In the next, how much was McDonald's breakfast in 1980? Well, I mean, probably like a few bucks. Well, I remember we were able to buy meals for like $3, a whole meal. I mean, for $3 in those days, in all of these fast food restaurants. Adonis, $1 Big Mac. If you remember that, I mean, yeah, big time. Well, I mean, you used to be able to buy burgers for like I remember the cheeseburgers for 39 cents. If you remember at one time. Yeah, the inflation is a hamburglar, all right. We know that dude, the Jeff Thompson. Yeah, I know the hamburglar. Yep, it's the hamburglar, all right. That's a funny one, Jeff Thompson. Sup, Gil? Hi, wise goat, wait, face, Don, and when can you do another? Well, it might be kind of a challenge for me because I can only do it on if I have a Saturday off. I could do it on Saturday, and it's only Saturday and Sunday for the time being. Maybe I could do it on Christmas Day for sure. Well, probably. I mean, yeah, yes. McDonald's is indeed paying $20 an hour right now for people who are there in California. Anyway, I mean, I don't know about what kind of wages they pay elsewhere, but in California, yes, it's true. Yes, it is. I'm telling you. Well, live stream, I could do one next week. I mean, I can only do it on the weekend because I work Monday through Friday during the night shift. So, unless I wanted to try doing it in the day, I mean, wise goat face. I work in McDonald's in Kentucky and it's $13 an hour. Oh, okay. Michigan is paying, are you sure it's paying $3 an hour in Michigan? Well, that can't be. I mean, that's hard to believe in that, Adonis. Yeah, well, I mean, a McDonald's Big Mac. Well, does it? Well, I don't even know. I'm telling you. Well, I guess I gotta get going. So, yeah. What was 1999 the year of the frog? Well, I wouldn't know. Telling you. Well, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna run now. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I mean, okay. Yeah, I guess my Rock Donald video kind of went viral. Huh? Very interesting. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna get running now. Daniel H. Very good. Okay, so in the next couple seconds or so. Okay, well, I guess I hope you had your great night. Joel Garcia, Daniel H. Am I a Trump supporter? I'm kind of neutral. I'm neutral on all of the president stuff. I'm a 100% neutral. So, okay, well, wise goat face. Have a wonderful Christmas. Well, you too, all of you. All of you have a good Christmas. I should be back on live like next week, sometime in the weekend, or maybe I could try during the week. But I tend to be busy, and my days are so short, you know, during the week, like in the morning hours. So yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna run now, and I'll be your next president when on the next President Day. Very good. Okay. I'll see you on the next video. All right. We'll see y'all. All right. Okay.